St Swithin's Church in East Retford was built in 1258 and in 1528 was damaged by a big fire in the town. During a storm in 1651, the central tower collapsed and then it was rebuilt in 1658, which is the same year that Oliver Cromwell died. The pinnacles were added to the tower later during the Napoleonic Wars. Victorians carried out further repairs and that's continued through the 21st century. The figure over the door outside is locally thought to be St Swithin, but actually it was a statue brought from a Portuguese monastery and it's probably of a bishop. It was given to the church in about 1895. Victorian stained glass is a major feature in the church, and we have stained glass by Clayton and Bell as well as by Charles Eamer Kemp. St Swithin's contains the flag of the coat of arms of East Retford, which features two choughs. It was granted officially in 1940, but actually comes from a 17th century mace. Just outside St Swithin's is Cannon Square. The cannon there was taken from Sevastopol during the Crimean War. It was brought to Retford several years after the war on the new railway. James Parnell was the first Quaker martyr, and he was the son of a church warden here at St Swithin's and was baptised in this church in 1636. So what has St Swithin's got to do with the separatists? Well, George Turvin was the vicar here at the turn of the 16th and 17th centuries. He was originally a strongly convinced dissenter with links to the Mayflower Pilgrims around the area. Babworth was a focus for dissent, with Bradford and Brewster, who later became the Mayflower Pilgrims, going there to listen to Richard Clifton preach. In 1593, Stephen Coe was the vicar at Ordsall, and he produced as his character witnesses the vicar of East Retford and the vicar of Babworth, which shows a really strong connection between the three of them. Clifton, the vicar at Babworth, was a separatist of some standing and did really influence the people who became the Mayflower Pilgrims. Clifton became preacher to the Scrooby congregation. Robinson, who joined Clifton at Scrooby, became the pastor to the Pilgrims when they left for Leiden. The dominant families in Retford, which were the Herseys, Denmans and Sloswigs, were able to appoint nonconformist dissenting vicars to parishes around the area. They also made connections with the Rays and the Helwesses, who were influential Protestant nonconformists towards Gainsborough. In 1605, Clifton lost the job at the rectory of Babworth and Turvin took over, as well as keeping his job in East Retford. The Babworth job was much better paid, and so this would have helped his family to survive. Turvin's eventual conformity with the church's strictures led to a riot at Easter in 1606.